Okay, this is a video about the charity coin Shipletopia. Because it is an NFT based ecology or in a Minecraft server. It's actually the largest Minecraft server, I think. No, it's part of the. It's associated and it's in the metaverse of, I guess you can call it a metaverse. But that's not why I'm attracted to it, and it's not to make money, because if you go to sell, the volume is not going to be there. This if you want the liquidity to go to charity, you have to have an enormous amount of coins that you can control the price. And leading into an event, this maybe there's a sell wall or something, so that it transfers the liquidity into another NFT or another liquidity provider token. And it works the same way that XRP is signed is XRP uses Swift payment system for remittance. So the thing about this, right, is that for somebody to be scamming and to have their names associated with it, and they're making videos on YouTube, that would be bold as shit. So basically, I believe him, and it goes along with the type of ecosystem that people that use, I guess, wax ecosystem are a lot of charity people, and a lot of it is just trying to make it interesting, fun, just messing around. And I even found myself in it. Now, like a couple years ago, I'm homeless, right? But like now I could be doing entrepreneurship and charity, and I'm not an athlete, and I don't have like acting abilities or singing or rapping or anything. Like, so I mean, it's just something that you would want to, an avenue that you'd want to go down, because you want to see if you can do it. You've never done it before. I've never done it before. So I'm willing to say that because it hasn't worked yet, that it's worth time and investment in. And that's a funny thing to say, because I would before think that I had to find fucking $50 on, somebody would have to drop or lose $50, and fucking I would be like, ooh, like weed, like I can go to the store and shit like that. Like when I say being poor is a dreadful, awful little crime, that's actually a song lyrics. It's not to say that the poor are automatically criminal. It's not the attitude I'm trying to take. I'm just saying that's one, I don't know what's the right word, paradox or something like that. And then like I have to be wary about things that are like poignant or something, because I can't remember how rough it was. I don't remember being cold or damp and shit. Like I know it was damp a lot when it was rainy season and shit. And you change your clothes and your shoes and your socks and you walk through a puddle and you're immediately damp again because you like to walk around. Like, but I remember it sucked, but I don't remember how. And being up all night, like, because I didn't want to just crash out anywhere. Just always I only went to sleep when the sun came up. like right before the sun came up, because that's when nobody will really want to really bother you. There's nobody really up. Anyways, I wonder if I can use an ecosystem without going on a Minecraft server. So they're gonna build, and they're already gonna have marketplaces for NFTs that want to drop their NFTs for other types of cryptos. And so, right, so, and like there's a low liquidity markets. It's very risky, but I can't tell anybody that's risky, because I mean, there's a reason why you would want to mess around with it, and it's just looking for these strategies that can really dig in, because I'm not talking about like I want to invest and double or triple and get out. Like, you don't want to get out. Like you're getting edged out. You don't want to get out if it's good. If it's not good, it's always horrible. Oh, it's all my money's gone. Okay, well, good thing that I was only messing around or something like that. And of course, there's always going to be rug pulls. Like, I'm trying to get to a place beyond where I'm talking about gamification and business models without the sell point, without trying to sell anything, because obviously this could fail, right? But I'm just saying this shit could work too. Like, and it's not anything I'm doing. I don't think those people will really want me in the chat, because I'm so new, I'm so novice. I hardly know what they're talking about most of the time. But and I still gotta learn MetaMask. Only reason I'm procrastinating is because I want to be able to make a few mistakes and not have it piss me off. So when I really know that it's time to move some things around and take profit and whatever, that I can do a couple trial runs with the technology, right? There's people that could probably show me how to do it. I mean, it's weird because they're thinking like, I could probably scam you or put malware or do some, where trusting me is kind of weird. Or why do you need that? Why can't you just do the trial run? Because I guess everybody has to go through the learning curve and make their mistakes. Like, stop being a little wimp or something. I don't know. I'm just not gonna do it for no reason though. There's also a couple of videos that I want to watch too, because they'll tell you up to date, So like the last time I watched a video was about MetaMask was last year. They're not going to be up to par at all. And yeah, and then there's the cross-site trackers you got to turn off and whatever. But by the time I do it, what I'm talking about would just be annoying, and it would be like, motherfucker, you're interrupting the teacher for shit. And you don't want to be that. Shiveltopia. Oh, okay. So it's a Minecraft attraction. And there's like games and races and stuff like this, and it's a charity. You can just walk across people's square or their plot, and there's algorithms in the game to like reward people or people for walking on your land. You can set up, they can find prizes and shit, or you can get coins from them walking on your land. Some of them break out immediately and go into charity, and then you get like a crystallized, like kind of a technology to make a liquidity pool token, combining them together to make the LP token, but it'll be like a crystallized token, and then they'll appreciate it at a different rate. So then you really have to be in their social media cipher, and it's a gaming server. So I mean, you're just doing the same thing that you already do, but okay. I couldn't be in their marketing team because they have to talk about community, and like it's awesome and everything. And I know for a fact that community is something that sucks people in, that once they've gotten to where their talents or gifts have taken them to where they need to be, it pulls them in, and then they have a conspiratorial backdoor thing, like Pop Smoke or something. Rob let some fucking, you're not supposed to even give back to the community, to be honest. You know what I mean? Because you should be is buying land outside of the community and then bringing people important to you from the community over to it, because it at least shows some will to ingenuity and to want to start things. It's the desire to want to start things, and then building out a network away from the community, which is like maniacs. I mean, they're not all maniacs, but there's maniacs. There's going to be somebody taking a poop on your lawn when you come out of the house with your kids, going to school or something. And then what's the rest of it? Freaking passing the collection plate around. Some schools that you got to unlearn everything that you initially picked up when you go to college or when you go to the job or something. You always have to like not use what you just learned. I mean, and that's the only problem with it, is that a lot of the shit that they teach in schools is shit that you can't use, particularly like the disingenuous type of germophobia type of shit. I'm doing this for you. I'm suffering. I'm all this stuff, going through it and everything, and it's for you. And now I gotta mask up in my car and in the house and make sure the kids stays in different rooms and all this kind of stuff. Community is always gonna jack you over if whoever they're listening to. I mean, the more corporate, the more corporatized it becomes. Like, it's how like the corporation, Democrats, Republicans, and everything, they don't want to. They get to a point where they get paralysis because they don't want to offend the wrong people. They don't want to say. So I mean, we just know that. I mean, it's not like you don't want to get in. I don't want to get into politics and shit. There's shit left out there hanging for you to solve, like a low hanging fruit out there, and those shits, is shelf life type of stuff. where it's pointless whether or not I'm right or wrong about what um, you think that you see when you've been propagandized. It's just gonna be when the right reverse propaganda comes out, and it's not. You never know how long that it could. For each instance, it could be generations or something, or it could just be trending for like a week, something trending for a week. You know what I mean? And it's the big bullshit. Sometimes we and then sometimes the bullshit wins the day, and then the cover-up's worse. Cover-ups are worse, and you know what I mean. And that's why we have the migration. No, wait, the formation psychosis now. It's because it's a chain reaction type of thing. And we're dealing with developmental science. We're just saying that because they're science that they deserve accolade and reputation, but they're just smart as fucking crafty SOBs. So I mean, just because you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying. So we're getting demeaned by people who are lazy to research things on their own. They won't know anything, so they just summarize and demean right off the top. They demean you and they summarize. And the thing is, they're easy to troll. You will get kicked out of their chat. And you won't even be mad. You just be like, ugh. Like, it's not, you don't get embarrassed or anything like that. It's just, it's okay for people to suspect that you might be onto something. If everything they know you to be saying is supposed to be wrong, it doesn't matter. Because they can't demean you or belittle you until they do the legwork of actually taking into consideration of it. So, I mean, I'm kind of excited about that coin, even though there's like seem like there's no market for it. I checked that there's like some like 50 holders of it, right? 50, I don't know if that's 50 major holders, or if that Oracle is even really still running or something, like, right? Because you can't trust volume on exchanges, but in volume on exchanges goes through an Oracle for you to see it on the monitor screen. But when it comes to like how many holders of the coin, that would be like on one of those coin watcher applications that only does is look at price and shit. But the thing is that TradingView, Oracle, or something will patch through, and you'll see the exchange on that. But the information that is not on the exchange, that's on the side of that's probably good. So there probably is only 50 holders of the coin. There is 10 trillion coins, and I only have a few billion, maybe 9 billion. So that's like 1/100th maybe of a percent of the so 1/100th. I mean, and I guess the total supply is out because it's been for a long time. Like, it's been around. It's older than XRP or some shit like that. No, it's a fork of XRP, but it's older than a lot of cryptos. It won't die, right? It's still around. It hasn't died, right? It's a meme coin fork of XRP that can run like a Swift payment system remittance. It's perfect. is perfect. I don't care if anybody doesn't want any of it. Like, I don't care if they don't like it. The fact is, if you try to sell it, the you're already contributing to charity, and you're getting a back is a something that isn't worth very much. But when they use it, right, it will go up. And the thing is, the price will, maybe the volume won't be there, but the marketplace for the charity will be there. Now I see what's going on. They keep the marketplace for the charity up, but the volume of liquidity for you to sell into maybe drops out, right? So, but you'll be able to shop for cool NFTs and shit like that, right? And you would be like, why would I do that thing? Why would you do that? Because those, like, I know how to move. I'll move around to, like, I'll get a bunch of whatever are the best NFTs that are in that market. Then I make other wallets by gifting them to people, because I've been already doing that. I'll send people like 10 million there. It seems like, wow, you get excited. You're like, wow. And you receive like, there's like, it's worth $5-7 or something, like $5 or $7. Anyways, but they won't sell it because they'll see like it's maybe picking up, maybe it'll get traction. So their faith, right, is the marketing. This is how it's getting marketed, because they had an experience with it, they used it, it held its value, it went up, and then they were like, I wish I had more. I wish you had more. But the thing is, the NFTs in that ecosystem, right? I'll either figure out how to set up a Minecraft, right? Because I'll have enough time and focus when, if a couple other moves or something after they come to fruition. It's not like I think that one of them isn't gonna win. It's that it's a patience thing, and it's kind of involved process. It's a daily thing. So it's like I'm thinking it's gonna succeed. Like, why don't I just know it? It doesn't really have to do much. All it has to, if it just like, if anything happens, it's gonna be amazing. If anything happens, you know what I mean? Because I caught it right at the beginning. And I just like the power to sign off on shit. This is all fun and games, but it's big moves at the same time. Like I've had to give away things before to cause interest in them, but it works. An NFT, it works, because you can get small projects and a lot of really cheap NFTs that are have potential. So you can get a whole shitload of NFTs in a project with potential and a lot of little gifts. Everybody that gets one of them wants to redeem it, so they have to set up. It's like, and I only give them to people that have just made a recent purchase of a high valued NFT in the same ecosystem, right? I'll find the latest buy of that high valued NFT in a related ecosystem, and then I'll give them gifts of projects that are not yet verified, because I know that most of them will become verified, or I know that they'll be around for a long time, even before they eventually work or don't work. They go through their ebbs and tides, and there's when there's more wallets operating in that ecosystem, it's like the same thing as a restaurant. They tell 17 people or 17 or something like that. And if it gets man, shit. You can't be thinking about doing it pump and dumps. You know what I mean? You have to think about is if you can stagger that market and keep a level that looks very good, and maybe a pattern development will begin. When a pattern development begins, it fits in with a media news event. So you can even like, I don't want to say snowball or something, because like the people that do these events and everything are really professional and really smart, but they don't do a lot of buying of their own coins, so it will look like no one's interested, which is perfect. That's another thing that's perfect, because don't want to get they don't want people to know when they're about to, until the announcements and stuff. They don't want people's interest feigning all the time, and then have an announcement and then nothing is said at the announcement that is new. Yeah. And if you want to say that it's a weird form of gambling, you can say that. You could say all that dissuasive shit. You could say all that shit. But you could still win. And even if you win, you'll be like, damn, I can't tell anybody how to do what I just did because the avenue that I just took is gone. Is gone. Like, you're just gonna have to be an encouraging type of person only. Not like you're not gonna have the right information at any given time to, like somebody might get something out of what you say that you don't even know, and then they would go off of that and they would get a lot of encouragement from something maybe you didn't even realize, you know. So you know, I see why they have to use those colloquialisms in working on a project. If you're in a developer or on a team that's doing something on a professional level, you have to always address the community and positive and everything, because you're the front of the face of it. But yeah, I know it's just a colloquialism. Yeah, you know what I mean. I've I've been to some nice places, and every time can say, the further it gets away from the community, the more beautiful whatever it is that somebody is working on, or stashing, or or where they have their residence, or the further away they get from the community, the more like, oh, it's awesome. Like, there's a pond out there in the back. You could skip rocks on the pond.